This guy is a camel, and they come in two configurations: dromedaries with one hump and Bactrian with two. Camels are the pride of Arabia. In fact, there are over 160 words in the Arabic language just to describe a camel. You already know they're the kings of the desert. But what you may not know is they have a natural chest pad that helps them stay cool while resting on that blazing hot sand. And yeah, if you mess with a camel, it'll spit in your face. No hesitation. You might know camels eat grass. But just look at this fang. They've got the bite force to crush your skull. So, be grateful. If it only spits at you. Their hooves, flat and wide like snowshoes designed for sandy terrain. Their humps, full of fat stored up for times when food is nowhere to be found. Even the way they rest is genius. Those pedestal lifting their bodies off the ground to keep cool. Now wait, all of this sounds like desert survival, right? But get this, these are cold weather adaptations. What? Yep, camels originated in North America where there were long, icy winters. Later, they moved to sandy regions and found out, hey, our cold weather gear works in the heat too. So they stayed. Dromedaries live in hot deserts. Bactrians, they survive in the Gobi Desert, where temperatures swing from minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 45 degrees Celsius. Absolutely insane. Camels eat thorny cactus leaves like it's a salad bar, but if there's no cactus, no grass, no food, they'll eat meat, fish, snakes, bones, even dead animals. Yeah, these herbivores can digest meat. Don't ask, just accept it. They can survive over a week without water, and when they do find it, they chug 100 liters in one go. They carry up to 450 kilograms through brutal terrain, traveling 40 kilometers a day. That's 250 kilometers in blistering heat without a drink. Damn, camels are the toughest mammals out there. Now, let's shrink down. This is an ant. Tiny? Yes. But freakishly smart? Oh yeah. Some ants, like the Myrmica species, can actually pass the mirror test. That's right, something even dogs and cats usually fail. Ants remember places, routes, and landmarks. They even navigate by watching the sun's position. Some desert ants, they count their steps and track every change in direction. GPS mode, on. Groups of ants can even solve complex puzzles together. They'd be great on quiz shows. Ants may have blurry vision, but they can see UV and polarized light. No ears, but they detect vibrations through their feet. They're omnivores, eating seeds, nectar, insects, and rotting matter. Tiny, six-legged cleaning robots. Army ants? Practically blind. If the leader disappears, or if the pheromone trail gets messed up, the front ants might follow the back ones, and then they form a loop called the ant mill or death spiral. They literally march in circles until they drop dead. Nature is brutal, but also brilliant. Megaponera ants fight termites, and if an ant gets injured, the medics rush in, carry them home, and lick the wounds. That's not just first aid. Their saliva has antimicrobial power. It cuts mortality by 90%. Ants even have graveyards. When one dies, an undertaker ant carries the body to a designated spot. Some species, they even have toilets. Yes, seriously. And then there are the honeypot ants. More than 20% of the workers are living storage units called repletes. Foragers gather nectar and sugary liquids, then force feed the repletes until their bellies swell up like grapes. Each color depends on the liquid. These repletes become walking, living, hanging water bottles for life. No days off, no refills, just hang in there. You've all seen crows, and they're among the most intelligent species on Earth. Crows know what it means to die, so they actually think before doing something, unlike us. They even attend the funeral of their lost relatives and friends and mourn for some time. They will even examine the dead, kind of like a post-mortem, and try to figure out the cause of death so they can avoid it next time. And if a crow kills any fellow member or friend, it will be executed by the group. That's a death penalty for murder. That may be the reason why a group of crows is called a murder. Crows are highly social creatures. Adult crows leave the group to start their own life. but they visit their parents once in a while to check on how they're doing. They even help their parents raise their eggs. And crows are usually monogamous, meaning they have one partner for life. They are actually better than us when it comes to relationships. If you ever help or hurt a crow, it will return the favor. It will bring you shiny objects or its own feather as a token of gratitude, or dive bomb you as a token of revenge. It will remember your face for 5 years, even if you're wearing a mask, and it can share your face info with other crows as well. So it's possible that you hurt one crow today, and its friend will hurt you after a few days. Researchers even believe they can share the person's info with the next generation too. Now, you all know the chicken. They're found everywhere, mostly on dinner plates. In fact, 1 billion chickens are eaten every year. Yeah, that's a lot of feathers. You've probably heard this sound. Roosters crowing. Loud, right? They actually scream so loud, it's comparable to a gunshot right next to your ear. So every time they crow, they temporarily deafen themselves just to protect their ears. Some breeds, like the INSECTS&ANIMALS, are completely black. Feathers, black. Skin, black. Organs and bones, also black. Edgy birds, huh? But the blood? Still red. Here's something wild. When a chick is born, it already has all the eggs it will ever lay in its lifetime, stored in mini form. And if a hen's ovary gets damaged, the body starts producing male hormones, and the hen starts turning into a rooster with a big crown and a loud crow. It's just an outer change, though. She's still female, but a fertile one. Chickens are omnivores. They eat everything, from grass and food grains to insects, lizards, and even snakes. They eat almost anything they can swallow, but you may not know that they also eat small stones called grit. Since they don't have teeth, the grit helps break down the food inside the body. Chickens are very intelligent animals. They can remember around 100 different faces. They can do simple math, make plans for the future, and even deceive members of the group if it benefits them. Chickens are social animals. They feel empathy and have been seen to mourn, gathering around a deceased member. Chickens are the natural motion stabilizer. Image stabilization was actually inspired by the stable chicken's head. If you hold its head to the ground and draw a straight line, the chicken will be hypnotized and won't move for some time. It's called tonic immobility, just like flipping sharks. Chickens are the closest relatives to T-Rex, the king of dinosaurs, and I'm not surprised. Just see the stance, the fearless attitude, and the crown. I personally think it's the king of all the birds even today, except for the fact that a sudden loud sound can actually kill a chicken. Well, even the king has a weakness, I guess. This guy is a panda, and they're among the oldest creatures on the planet. Why? Because they're black and white. Oh no. Okay, jokes aside. These guys are honestly among the weirdest creatures you'll ever find. Pandas are members of the bear family. In fact, they even look like bears. Just paint them all black and voila, it's a black bear. Seriously, they have a carnivore's stomach, just like other bears. But guess what? 99% of their diet is bamboo leaves and shoots. It's like you own a Ferrari, but use it for pizza delivery. And the remaining 1%? They eat meat, fish, and insects, if they find it lying on the ground, that is. Since their stomachs are meant for meat, they can't really digest bamboo properly, so they end up pooping. A lot, like 100 times a day. Maybe that's why they never hibernate. Pandas are found only in China, and China never sells them, ever. So no, you can't keep a panda as a pet unless you're a king with a huge bamboo forest in your backyard. But China does loan pandas to zoos around the world, and since it's a loan, both the sum and the interest remain Chinese property. That's the actual contract a zoo must sign. But the interest? Yeah, that's the hard part. Pandas have no interest in mating, at least not in captivity. Panda births in zoos? Super rare. People even say pandas have evolved to go extinct. I mean, think about it. They're slow. They don't hunt. they eat an indigestible plant. And females, they go into heat just 2 or 3 days a year. That's it. So yeah, it sounds like they're doomed. But here's the twist. In the wild, pandas do just fine. The bamboo forests are plentiful, they have no predators, and even those 2 or 3 days of heat, that's plenty for them to breed. In fact, they mate multiple times during that short window and have healthy, fluffy babies. Almost all female animals go into heat just a few times a year, so maybe we're the weird ones. Always hot no matter what.